have to focus. And I definitely, if they ask you your age, for you particularly, never tell them. You don't look 41. That I'll tell you right now.
Perhaps I want to also share a story with this one.
Sure.
It's fucking unbelievable for me. It was a girl, she was higher than me, like 5 centimeters, not small, a Russian girl, and I talked to her, and she just turned away. And on this day, I was not nice guy, I was pissed, because I said, I talked to her, she turns away, so I turned around again. Not with force, just, hey, I'm talking to you, you can't turn around. I said, yeah, but I'm not talking to you, and she turned around again. I said, how rude are you? I turned around again. This whole thing went on 4 or 5 times. And after the 5th time, I didn't want, this was not a pickup routine or something. After the 5th time, her whole attitude, this is like, you can't figure them out, changed. It all crumbled, and she said, hey, I'm Scissors, Aquarius, Sternzeichen, what's it? Fische.
Pisces.
I'm very emotional. You're hurting my feeling. And she said, oh, I'm too. Oh, it's unbelievable. And she fell in my arms. And we hugged. And she was so blah, 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 blah. Long story short, we kissed after a short while. We dated. We slept on the first meeting. This was like a moment in my life I couldn't believe. And she was really pissed. So this first time no is nothing.
Yeah.
It's basically just a test.
You had been persistent. Like persistent, and then there was you stepped into like comfort. You know?
Yes.
Where you have the same level like
usually, you're right. You see, usually when I tell them to hold my chest, I tell them, put your hand right here. I usually do I'm from the planet X. I give them I need a hug. But this you have to gauge if it'll work or not. Because not everybody wants to hug you the first time. But a hug is pretty good. And I tell them, in my planet, when we hug, we had sex. And I do the hand on my chest. Then later, when I'm making out with them, and they push my hand away, I stop, I go, wait a minute. Let's not forget who touched who first. You understand? So I prepare for what you said to be pushed away. I used to tell them all the time, you can't stop me. It's not my fault. I got Roman hands and Russian fingers. Roaming in English is like going everywhere. Okay, so I would tell them, it's not my fault. I got Roman hands and Russian fingers. So you're right. Persistence is the way. And what if somebody would have told you, go back again, you go, no, she's gonna push me out. But you did, but it's right. You'd be surprised. A lot of relationships are when the woman right away turns you around. That's why I said it was a test for the guy. He said, I'll buy you a drink. Would you like to go for a drink? She goes, no. I would have said, well, buy me one. You know, you could say anything. They want a reaction.
I think the best thing was that his reaction was not only to be persistent, but be emotional. Like honest with him, you know.
You know what? So many men are afraid to show their emotions think if they show emotions, they're not macho. And women hate macho guys. So now, here's a scale. I don't want to show my emotions, I want to be macho. Women hate macho guys. So no matter how high you go, you're below. If you show emotion like you did, right away, they're looking at you differently. I have a friend of mine, when he talks to a woman, he's so animated. I couldn't do it because it's not my way, but he used to go, they would tell him, he'd go, really? Wow, fantastic. Oh, no, my God, you know? And I would say to myself, you sound so obnoxious, but they love it. They love it. I could never figure out. You can tell him in a group of people, that's him over there. You can hear him talking. It's always the loudest guy in the room. You know? Do you want a popcorn? You're in a theater. Everybody's, you want popcorn too with the chips? You know? Shut up. You know? These are the guys. They go for guys like that. You'd figure nobody wants to be with that guy. He's obnoxious. Go figure.
How can I find out the border? Or isn't there a border? Just in my mind. To be persistent or just to... What you did? Just to
You know what?
around again?
He gives himself a set of rules, okay?